What's going on, folks? It's J.ANGUEIRA, and today I want to have a conversation about time. Right? This is something that we don't never get back. Time is very precious. This is something that, regardless what we do, it's not something that can be given back to us. So why is it that we're always wasting this time? So let's sit down and have a conversation about this.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper sycamore tree. Dream a little dreamer.
All right, so let's get right into this. But first, you need to ask yourself, how do you want your life to look like? Right? If you're a person right now that is constantly just telling yourself that, you're way past your prime and that right now there's not enough time left for you to try to do anything in this world to try to better yourself, I need you to take that out of your mind. I need you to get that out of your vocabulary, right? But if you're good where you're at right now and you're good the way you're living and the way that you actually live life, then this isn't for you, right? This is going to be directed at the people that do want change in their life but feel like they're too late for that, right? They feel like they're too far along in their journey to do that. So I dropped out of high school when I was in 11th grade, and I remember being in the principal's office, and it was me and my mom, and the principal was telling her, like, listen, he's gonna have to repeat 11th grade, and then he could go to 12th grade. So I was already 17 at the time, and then I was telling my mom, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna be almost 20 by the time I graduate. And I wasn't having that, right? Because I was young and naive. I wasn't really thinking things through, right? And then I remember when we stepped out of the principal's office, right at the principal's door in the hallway, my mom gave me an ultimatum. She was like, either you're gonna go through with this, you're gonna finish 11th grade, go to 12th grade and graduate, or you're gonna have to go work, right? Because she said she wasn't gonna have no lazy person laying around in her house not doing nothing. So I told her from then on out, I'm like, listen, I'll go and work, right? That's something that came natural to me because I always seen my mom working 2 to 3 jobs at the same time. So for me, going to work, I was good with that. So, I decided to go to work. I didn't understand at the time why my mom actually let me go through with it. But, thinking about it, going back, she didn't graduate high school. Her parents didn't graduate. No one in my family actually ever graduated high school. And this is going back generations. So to her, it was okay to give me the green light to drop out. So, for me to not understand it at that time was okay. But looking back on it, I'm like, man, this is why she actually let me go through it. And it was like this big decision in my life, and it actually took my life in a different direction. So I started working one job after the other. Dead-end job after dead-end job. And all I was doing was just, paying bills, because I started to live on my own. And then I just started blowing that money, right? Because that's not something that was cultivated in me. That wasn't something that was natural to me, right? To saving money, investing money. No, I was just blowing the money on clothes, cars, hanging out. That was common, that was normal to me, right? Because everything around me, that's what I was seeing. So, later on in life, in my late 20s, I decided to go and get my GED, right? I'm sitting here thinking like, there's gotta be more to life than what I'm doing right now, just working from check to check. So I decided to go and get my GED in my late 20s. And then once I got my GED, I just got this funny idea to go out and get my bachelor's degree. It was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I was never good in school. Then I decided to go and get my bachelor's, and we're talking about, college classes. This isn't high school, so it was super hard for me. But, I ended up getting my bachelor's degree. I finished in my early 30s, and from then on out, right, I just started seeing everything differently. And I'm not saying that with a college degree, you're making the world a better place, because we know there's a lot of people out there who do have their degrees and aren't really, doing anything in life, aren't really doing anything to help others out. But what it did build in me, it built this type of structure that I just needed to take advantage of time, right? It actually taught me that once you start building the structure in your life and you start, following through with it, that you start seeing results. So that's why, I say that, after I got my degree, my life started to switch. And if there's anything I want you to take from this video, is that regardless where you are in life right now, regardless of your age, it's never too late to step it up. It's never too late to get your life together. Just surround yourself with the right people. And I know sometimes we might think to ourselves, man, there's no one here that cares for me. There's no one out there that actually wants to look out for me. But if you really think about it and you sit down and analyze, you could at least think of one person that wants to see you do good. Just go ahead and lean on them. Ask them for advice. Trust them. Think to yourself how your life would look like if you just decide to turn it around. You need to make the decision to be better, to do better. And stop thinking that you have run out of time, because as long as you have air in your lungs and a beating heart, there's always an opportunity for you. Thank you for having this conversation with me. I hope it truly encourages you to take action. If you know anyone that should be hearing this as well, share it with them. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to support the channel, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next.